See skies of blue and clouds of white.
The RSPB is a conservation charity, and the RSPB has its roots in campaign work and was initially set up by a group of ladies who objected to the use of feathers in the fashion trade. So the RSPB has always been a campaigning organisation, so I suppose depending on how people view the RSPB depends on who it appeals to.
The RSPB as a whole likes to aim itself towards everybody really, from children, families to adults to kind of your traditional twitcher that wears tweed and has, you know, binoculars and all the rest of it. It's something for everybody really. Here at Lochwinnoch we have a big emphasis on family fun and, you know, kind of education for kids and things like that as well. So it's quite varied and depends where you go.
The best part of my job is getting to work here and for an organisation that I feel passionately about, which has got particularly strong aims and objectives and actually manages to make a difference in terms of conservation and helping the planet.
My main tasks at my job are I do a lot of work in the visitor centre, so that involves a lot of talking to the people that come in and telling them about the kind of things we've got in the reserve. But more than that, it's also about, you know, organising external events where we go out to do like farmers markets or different community events as well, just to let people know about the RSPB and what we do. We also do talks and things. I did a talk yesterday as well for a pensioners club as well. So lots of different things, quite a varied role.
I'm here on work placement, which is like I volunteer. So I'll be here for the 12 months volunteering. So this is how I got into it, yeah. Yeah, there's loads of benefits from volunteering. I get to work with lots of different volunteers and do a lot of different activities that I wouldn't get to do at university. So I got a lot of first-hand experience working with the public. I get to do a lot of like bird survey work. So hopefully through volunteering I can get experience, so then when I leave university, hopefully I can go on into like conservation work such as this.
The RSPB benefits kids in a big way. Without inspiring kids, there won't be anybody who's interested in the RSPB in the future and the work that the RSPB is trying to do.
I love it when you get like families that come down and kids that are really enthusiastic about wildlife and nature, and you get to tell them all these things that they don't know, and they get really excited about it as well.
Whenever a family comes here, there's always something for them to do. From April to September, families can also come along and do pond dipping and mini beast hunting.
Probably my favourite type of bird that we get here is a bird called a bullfinch, and I just really like it because it's a really bright colourful bird, and it's quite a kind of shy bird as well. It's quite so yeah, nice thing to see about.
My favourite type of bird is great crested grebe, which is one that we get at Lochwinnoch all throughout the year because they are true aquatic birds.
During winter, when the hooper swans came over, they were my favourite bird.
The rarest bird, well, it's got to be last week actually. We saw a white-tailed sea eagle. This huge, like massive bird, wingspans like 2.5 metres, and that flew over the reserve. And that was the first time anybody's ever seen it in the reserve. First time I've ever seen it, and everybody was like quite excited. It sounds a bit sad, but everybody was like quite excited about it, and it was really a cool thing to see.
During Christmas, there's birds that we get over called waxwings. They migrate over from Scandinavia, and we don't normally see them, but this year was like a bumper year to see waxwings, so we managed to see them on the reserve, well, just up the road from the reserve. So we got a phone call to say that they were there, so we all ran down to see the waxwings. So there was about 8 of them on a tree, so yeah, I was amazed to see them.
The least common, we've had 2 rare sightings in the last couple of weeks, which are firsts for the reserve, so never been recorded here before. And one was a white-tailed eagle, and another one was called a tiger bean goose.
We're quite lucky as well that we get quite a few woodpeckers here, great spotted woodpeckers. They're really cool to see, so everybody really likes them.
The RSPB does a survey called the Big Garden Birdwatch, and the chaffinch has been #1 for the whole of Scotland for the last couple of years, so I'd probably say chaffinch is the most common bird here. My favourite season of the year for seeing birds is springtime, because they're all starting to sing, they all come into their beautiful summer plumage.
Autumn and winter is good because you get to see more birds, so that gave me a chance to see birds and get my bird identification skills a bit better. And now in summer we'll be getting like lots of different birds over that you weren't able to see in winter, so that'll be good as well, so I can see all summer. So I don't really have like a favourite month yet or favourite season yet to see birds.
Kind of one of the great things about nature is throughout the year things change all the time, so you get to see wonderful things all throughout the year, so it's great to see how things change from one season to the other.
Bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.